Welcome back to Schools Out Fishing. My name is Dave. I'm fishing with Landin today and Meg. We're fishing on the Fox River for freshwater drum, or sheephead as they're called locally. We're fishing right on the shoreline today. Super accessible spot. Fishing for drum is one of my favorite things to do of all kinds of fishing. And I'm going to tell you why in just a few minutes, but first let's get to the fishing. It's going to be awesome today. Stick around, you'll be hooked. Reel, reel, reel!
Reel it! Reel it!
Yes, yes, got a fish.
Reel it up! Keep going, keep going. You're doing great.
Fish.
Keep going.
There it is. Oh, it's your size, Landin.
Oh,
Little baby one.
good job. Perfect. You did it, bud.
That's our drum.
You can
That's
hear it
a
croaking.
can. Drumfish.
Yeah, it's a little baby one.
It's again can.
You want to kiss him and put him back?
No.
All right, well that's the first one for the day.
Good job, Landin.
Good one, Tom.
Yeah, all right.
You did that all by yourself, bud? You felt the fish? How do you feel?
Good.
Start reeling, bud. Reel, reel, reel.
Okay.
Reel it
He's
in.
got one. Keep going, bud. You got him. Is it fun?
That's a big fish, Landin. That's like half the size of you.
All right. Do you want to hold this one?
No,
All right.
that's a rainbow fish. I don't get it.
What do you think, Landin? You got that all on
Red
your
and
own?
white.
Pretty cool. Nice, man. Way to go, Meg.
Yeah.
Check that one out. Another one. They're just slamming them today. There's so many reasons I think sheephead fishing is like close to the best thing ever. I'll just give you a couple of them. So these fish fight so hard, they hammer a jig and they just bulldog the whole way in. A lot of guys will come up here to the Fox River in Green Bay and they'll try to target these walleyes when they're spawning. And they'll catch a whole bunch of walleyes, but they don't fight as hard as a freshwater drum does. And the other thing is they can't eat walleyes out of this river anyway. There's health advisories, you can't be eating these fish. When they're in here spawning, there's restrictions on what you can keep. So I think if you're gonna try to get a bend in your rod, why not try to get a big bend in the rod and go after something like freshwater drum? Another reason that I love fishing for sheephead is that you can do it on the most beautiful day in early spring that you can find. I typically have my best action one of those first days of the summer when it's like 70 degrees and the fish just hammer it. We do so well when the weather is just absolutely perfect. And why wouldn't you want to be outside targeting big fish on beautiful weather days? Another reason that I love fishing for sheephead is that it's so accessible. You don't need any fancy equipment. Today we're fishing with 1/4 ounce jig heads, night crawlers. We're using braid, we're using monofilament, we're using the junkiest rods that I have, and we're doing well. I mean, it's so easy to catch these fish. You don't need to be an expert on it. You can just come out here and just hammer big fish all day long, and it is so much fun. I don't understand why people don't fish for sheephead like they do for walleyes or bass. The one downside I think that gives sheephead a bad rap is that when you're walleye fishing and you want to be catching stuff for the table, like if you're out on Green Bay, you're out on Lake Winnebago, you are going to Canada for your walleye trip or whatever, and you hook into a sheephead, that's a non-target species. So yeah, I can see how you get a little bit upset. But other than that, I don't know why you wouldn't want to catch these fish. We're having a blast.
Mommy!
Yeah, reel it in.
Real, bud. Get him!
Landon's on fish number 3.
Hold on, David.
Keep going, Landon.
David. Yay! Oh my gosh!
Hey, what kind of fish is that? Sheephead. Coming at ya.
Oh,
Landon, good job. How do you feel?
good. 3, 4. I'm good.
There you go. There were some people fishing this spot when we first got here, so we decided to kind of take our spot back. The fishing isn't any better here, but the ground is more level and it's further away from that path where the runners and the bikers are kind of hanging out on. So we have a little bit more room here to spread out. All right, well, I'm finally on the
Good
board.
job!
Thank you, Landon.
How about it?
Finally on the board. I was doing most of the videoing so far and getting some neat shots.
Sharp, David.
Not a real big one, but it puts me on the board. It's also really important to note that on the East Coast and in the Gulf of Mexico, that guys target red drum and black drum, and it's super popular as a sport fish. And we have freshwater drum here. They're essentially the same fish. No one ever targets them. What do you have? What is it? A perch? Or a smallmouth? What is it, a perch? Wow, that's bycatch. You'll catch a lot of other species. I'm gonna put this guy back real quick. But you will catch a ton of other species when you're fishing out here on the Fox River also. You will catch lots of walleyes. You will catch lots of catfish, carp. You'll catch some perch mixed in, smallmouth bass. I've gotten a muskie on accident here. There's just tons of different species of fish here, and any of them could eat a nightcrawler. We are on again! Yeah! This one's better. Nice! Oh! Come on, fishy!
I just hurt my
I pulled that one in really quick.
Got me a fish, please.
All right.
It is Landon's
There, I think that's the
turn. Is
biggest
it
one of the
my
day
turn?
so far. Today. We were out here yesterday, we got some nice big ones too. This is the biggest one for today. Beautiful fish. He's going back. We are gonna wrap it up, folks. We caught a fair amount of fish for the short amount of time that we were able to fish today. Hopefully I convinced you to fish for sheephead more often, or at least maybe get started on it. I think you should. Get out there, get after it. Thank you very much for watching.